When the master plan was being drawn, people felt there's a need to make certain amendment on the ISA from two parts. One, to strengthen the regulator, and two, some of the issues in ISA that members felt wasn't very conducive to the growth and the development of the capital market should also be looked at. Three, there's also the status of the Investment and Securities Tribunal. So that's why that review was there. So for instance, in the area of strengthening the regulator, members feel SEC should have powers to adjudicate or to handle issues regarding to criminal matters. As of today, we can only look at civil matters. And you agree with me that 90 or 95% of infractions in the Nigerian capital market have some criminal element. So once the civil aspect is concluded, we now have to send the criminal aspect to the police and to EFCC. But the market feels, as a regulator, we should be able to look at this infraction holistically, and we should have a mandate to also look at criminal matters. They also feel there's a need for SEC to also be strengthened in terms of investigation issues. So, for instance, when we're doing investigation, we should be able to call for audit papers of those companies. We don't have to rely in going to court to get a court order. SEC should be able to have the power to subpoena a particular company to provide all the working documents to be able to do a thorough investigation. In fact, it also empowers SEC. We can even invite and call for telephone conversations so that we can be able to strengthen our investigation. And this is also in line with the newly enhanced Memorandum of Understanding that was introduced by IASCO. And when it was introduced, as of today, only 3 countries out of 109 members of IASCO has agreed to sign. So the moment this amendment is done, in our law, we'll be able to sign that AMU. We also look at the operational aspect in terms of issues to do with mergers and acquisitions, how that law would now be strengthened. On the part of the Investment and Securities Tribunal, which also the ISC look at it, the market community believes there's a need to have for ISC to have a proper jurisdictions. Either one, IST should be taken back to NJC to now become a court of what they call bureau jurisdictions, such that matters that emanate from IST should not go to the Federal High Court. It should straight go to the Federal Court of Appeal. While some people feel maybe the Federal High Court should create a division, just like what we had in the past, division of failed bank, where matters related to the capital market would be channeled to that. So those are some of the major amendments. But this is the first time in the history of this market that while reviewing these laws, we had representation from the regulator, from the SROs, and from the operators. Apart from that, we also had attendance from both lawyers and operational people, and they went to Calabar and spent 5 good days. And we assembled some of the best brains from the legal side and the operation side and spent 5 days and came up with this document. Our concern, Temple, is we hear that there's a committee under the office of the distinguished Senator, Senate President, His Excellency Senator Bukola Saraki, to also review the work that committee has been done. For us, we felt it is like reinventing the wheel. And I keep on saying that is why, as a country, we don't move forward. Why can't someone build on what others have done? Why should somebody go and start afresh what somebody has been done? The process we have gone in assembling people to look at this law, the process we have gone in terms of subjecting the review of these laws has never happened. Apart from having people like Chief Anthony Edipe to chair this committee, we also subjected their report to the capital market community twice for review. We also posted this review on our website twice for people to review and comment. We presented this report to the members of CAMI, Capital Market Implementation Council, under the leadership of Mr. Tolamo Bolori, and they also looked at it and gave their comment. For God's sake, why should some people assemble themselves and say they are going to review the work that has been done by these people? What else are they going to do? And for me, that is why as a country we don't move forward. What I expected is for somebody to now build from where we stop rather than reinventing it. And that's why SEC has clearly said they are not in support of it. SEC is not going to be a member of that committee. SEC is not going to support it. And SEC, if there's going to be any public hearing from the work that has been done by that committee, SEC will go there and argue against it. But whatever would happen later will now be at the discretion of SEC. But luckily enough, we have engaged the leadership of the Senate, we have engaged the leadership of the Committee on the Capital Market, and they are all with us. So we want to tell the public that, and the entire capital market community, that SEC is not in support of that work that has been done, but SEC is in support of the work that the capital market community has set off and has endorsed. So we're very keen in ensuring that those bills have been passed. We hope that the moment the Senate comes back from the recess, a date will be fixed for the public hearing. And hopefully before the end of this year, these bills will be passed. We're also happy to report that the public hearing that was conducted both on Unclaimed Dividend Trust Fund and on the mutualization went smoothly. And this is why when we're coming out with this bill, we did a lot of engagements. And we say this is the capital market document to ensure that by the time we go for public hearing, we'll go there as one family and agree. Just like what we have seen with respect to the unclaimed dividend and the mutualization, why the entire market supported those initiatives.
Our channel's business news producer, Temple Ashaju, with that exclusive interview, an extensive one with the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Muniru Gwarzo. And coming up after the break, this is the final trading day in a brutal trading week that's beginning to look like a soft landing for the Nigeria stock market. Look at it, we're still above 30% and one of the best on the African continent. But what does Friday, the final trading day, looks like? That's what we're trying to get a glimpse of when we return.